With a smile, Cassandra Tanner Miller's estranged husband asked, "Are you ready to die today?" He then beat and choked Cassandra until she blacked out. Cassandra survived, but what happened next left her world shattered.
CBS 2 investigator Megan Hickey exposes how the system failed this mother over and over again. But she's not done fighting.
We're gonna die here together. Then he got me down on the ground and he was punching me. He gets on top of me. He starts strangling me. If you want, go get an order of protection. Other than that, it's nothing really else we can do.
Cassandra Tanner Miller.
Because that's how he would look at me all the time.
Doesn't have a script. Her voice is soft but unflinching.
He knew that he was never gonna let me go.
She's leaving sheriff's deputies seasoned with experience, speechless.
Her stories worth sharing.
And raising serious questions about the egregious loopholes that let it happen.
They could have stopped it there before it ever got to this point.
Could have, no.
Is this silly?
This used to be like one of my favorite spots to be. Him and I used to water what used to be a beautiful garden.
I couldn't believe Cassandra chose this spot to meet me, the very spot where it happened.
A murder-suicide in Joliet continues to leave a tragic mark in one community.
Once her dream house, now abandoned. The spot she hasn't lived in since September 21st.
So here we are.
The warm, beautiful memories
I kissed him and I said, "I'll be right back up, buddy."
have been replaced with flashes of the monster she met on her back porch that day.
I turned around, I saw him in the store.
35-year-old Colton Michael Miller, a former corrections officer, member of the National Guard, and Cassandra's estranged husband.
And he just said, "Are you all ready to die today?" with this big smile on his face. And I just screamed, "Cam, like, please go get your brother. Don't stop for anything."
The details are excruciating.
He dragged me by my hair.
He's literally has you by the
Dragging
hair.
me, grabbing by my hair, pushing me up against stuff, slamming my head against walls.
But Cassandra says the details are important for people to hear. She was severely beaten and strangled until she lost consciousness. That's when Miller went upstairs to the master bedroom where baby Colton was sleeping.
It's okay. You can take your time. Do you remember coming up the stairs? You just had an instinct.
I think I heard my daughter screaming.
That's when Miller shot and killed her sleeping baby.
How could you do that to your baby?
Then Miller turned the gun on Cassandra and her 9-year-old daughter. The bullet holes still lodged in the stairwell paint the picture of their dramatic escape. Then Miller went to the upstairs bathroom and took his own life.
He was here, perfect, sleeping, healthy.
18 months old?
18 months.
The most agonizing part about her story is Cassandra did everything she was supposed to. But she says law enforcement, the Illinois National Guard, and the judicial system all let her down. First, the gun. Miller shouldn't have had it. Illinois State Police tell me he had his FOID card revoked in January of 2018 for an aggravated battery charge in DuPage County. They sent out a letter, but Miller never turned in his gun.
It's just like the criminals have more rights than anybody, you know? Like, they just keep letting them slip through the cracks and slip through the cracks.
It's a flawed honor system that CBS 2 investigators have been exposing for months. After announcing an overhaul in March, our investigation showed that by this summer, ISP's FOID card return rate hadn't improved. We asked for the latest numbers as of December. Tonight, we're still waiting. Then there's the Illinois National Guard. Cassandra also sounded the alarm to them, reporting his violent behavior and drug use.
That he was hearing things, that he wasn't being responsive the way that he should have been. And I was just pretty much told to mind my own business, and they kind of just stopped answering my phone calls.
An Illinois National Guard spokesperson told me they're investigating the way they handled her calls. Lieutenant Colonel Brad Layton said because Miller wasn't on military orders at the time of the allegations, they were limited as to what they could do. Now they're rethinking how they could have and probably should have done something. Cassandra also feels the courts failed her. State Rep David Welter agrees.
It would have automatically notified the authorities and would have notified Cassandra as well.
He's talking about a GPS victim alert system available to the courts but rarely used. He says it should be a tool used to track violent offenders like Miller, and he's currently working on legislation to enhance that option. And he's calling it, you guessed it, Colton's Law.
And I just wanted him to be proud of me, that I was honoring him the right way, that a mother should, you know.
And Cassandra's not stopping there. Even though she's still healing from her injuries, she's traveling the state, speaking to law enforcement agencies, politicians, anyone who will listen.
When you talk to a victim of domestic abuse, it might be frustrating.
She's giving these sheriff's deputies sensitivity training and asking them to look twice when they respond to calls like hers. Grundy County Sheriff Ken Briley thinks Cassandra's presentation should be part of every police academy course.
To hear how horrific her story, her nightmare that she lived was, what better way to drive it home?
Cassandra doesn't need a script. Her voice is soft but unflinching.
This is how I keep him alive.
She's speaking from the heart.
This is my story. I don't get to make memories anymore with my son.
And Cassandra started a group called Colton's Legacy. She's hoping to expand her teaching program across the state. As for the GPS monitoring law, Representative Welter's office plans to introduce that legislation this month. In the meantime, we'll keep pushing for those FOID card numbers from the Illinois State Police. In the newsroom, Megan Hickey, CBS 2 Investigators.
Wow, Megan, you could see how painful it was for her in that home. She has that surviving daughter. How are they doing together?
You know, it's amazing to think that this just happened a few months ago. They've definitely come a long way. They have a pretty far way still to go, but they want to make some sort of impact in the future.
All right, remarkable and infuriating. Megan, keep it up. Thank you for that report.